In this video, I'm going over our hot products and categories function, which basically allows you to see what people are searching for real time. Real time at the moment that you're seeing it on the screen. It's what people are searching for. So this is part of how our software, the ProductBot software, actually works. It takes information from places like Google and multiple other places that have real-time search information, and it allows us to sort of track what it is people are searching for. So the way in which I like to use this is the first thing I'll do is I'll expand this to 50 because I want to just see more results just in one page. So you can see this is today's date, so I'm kind of going through these and just saying, okay, fantastic. Here's what's come up. Now, one of the things about the software is that you can come back to it in 15 minutes from now and you're going to see new results, because we're constantly taking the most recent results and we're searching on AliExpress, on eBay, and on Amazon, and we will be adding others to this. So if you come back in the future, you might see Walmart, and you might see Home Depot, and you might see a bunch of others that we're adding to the software all the time. A couple of things to notice. Okay, so the date found column here, which is what we're seeing right there, that is the date that the software first identified it. This is the keyword, what we call the category title, but this is actually the keyword that they're searching for. So in this situation, they're searching for bunion surgery, okay? So that's the keyword that was found. Here's the number of matches that we found on AliExpress, the number of matches we found on eBay, and the number of matches we found on Amazon to that specific keyword. So it's, again, it's real time, and it's giving you information of what's going on with the three different and soon to be multiple other different product sites that can potentially be fulfilled. So the strategy that we've used for a very long time is to come over and take one of these categories. For instance, let's look at outdoor Bluetooth speakers, since that's the most recent one the software has come up with. There's 16 matches for Ollie and there's 500 matches for eBay. So does that mean that there's a lot of people searching or selling this already on eBay? Maybe, maybe not. Does that mean that there's a lot of Ollie matches? 16 is not very many, maybe, maybe not. So I'm going to just try by going over to Ollie and seeing what we find there. So we're on AliExpress. These are portable outdoor Bluetooth speakers. Okay, we see that there's a number of them. So here's one here, here's another one there. For whatever reason, Ollie's search algorithm pulls up a lot of junk sometimes. So that's why I'm saying maybe, maybe not. Okay, here's another one here, here's another one here, here's another one here, both JBLs. Now, something to be cognizant of is that we are going to get flagged if we try to sell JBL on eBay. So if you're looking to do this search for eBay, you're going to get flagged with that. That is a Vero product and you're not going to be able to sell that. But something more generic, like what this one looks to be, a generic, probably made by JBL for all we know, okay? That one is going to be much better to sell, okay? And we can see that that has sold almost 3,000 times, okay? So that could be really good. So let's take that same search over to eBay at this point, outdoor Bluetooth speakers, and kind of see what we found. What we find. So we've got this gaming soundbar. That's not Bluetooth. That's not outdoors. It's also a sponsored item. You see this sponsored here. So I'm saying when I say sponsored, I can see that that is sponsored, meaning that it's an advertisement, okay, that someone's using, okay. So that very well could or could not be helping us at this point at all. So here's a Bluetooth speaker, waterproof, for 15 to 19 bucks. It looks pretty cheap. It also looks really small. The other one looks kind of much more significant. So Bluetooth, so you can get the idea here. And what we're kind of looking for is, well, what is this one being sold, all right? So one of the ways we can see is if anybody is selling this is we can see that this is Zealot powerful Bluetooth speaker, bass, wireless, portable. Let's just grab sort of that information there, okay? And I'm going to copy that and come over here and try it again, okay? I quite often will do that is I'll try it, well let me look at, the actual Zealot and see if anybody's selling that. So this is Anchor, this is Zealot, so Bing. Okay, here's one that is selling for, it's got one, one of the things I'm always looking for is, if I have, wrong wrong grabber. Here we go. If I have, 10 or 15 or 50 feedback rating, this person's got a 1 feedback rating. So if they are selling it, that's quite good. Okay. And that's somebody I could compete with. Here's one that has 107, so I could definitely compete with those, even if I only have 20 or 30. Okay, and they're selling it for $31 to $40. Okay, and what's our price on this again? It's 26 bucks. So, if I'm looking to sell this particular item at this $26 item, so sorry, this color kind of matches the other one. I'm really looking to, I'm looking to get about a 50% margin on this as much as possible. So what would that look like? I would need to sell it for, this particular item for $41, $42. Okay. I don't know if, any of the rest of these are different prices. We could click through these and see. Okay. Looks like a lot of them aren't even available. So free shipping. So that is good. But unless it's selling for, about $42, $43, okay, that's probably not going to work. And neither one of these look like they're selling. So this may or may not be a good thing. So here's $40. So it's somebody who's following our strategy. Here's another one. There seems to be a few on there. I don't see any of those are selling. So let's move on to a different item here. Okay, let's look at, and one of the things that you'll want to realize is that you can't sell anything that is a brand name that you recognize. So for instance, right now, Gucci, right there, that Gucci there, that's not something we could sell, okay, unless we had expressed authority that we could show to eBay that we can sell that item, okay. Trail cameras, that might be something that could definitely work. But if we look at over here, okay, there are 26,652 eBay matches for trail cameras. So that may not be a place that we want to try to compete with, okay. That's a lot of competition. We're probably not going to be able to do much with that. So let's just keep looking here. So lovebirds for sale, that's not any much. PS4, yeah, maybe like controllers or something like that, but 2,600, quite a lot. Fall flowers, 7,700, quite a lot. Plants, there's a worldwide plant shortage right now for whatever reason. 20 here, 312. Maybe like fake plants is what we'd be more looking at. That's not what people are searching for. Here's down here, I can see here's fake flowers, so that might be something to look at as well. Okay, this robotic dogs kind of caught my eye. These things can tend to be a little bit more expensive, and we like to sell things that are a little bit more expensive. So let's just look at what's going on with that. So robotic dogs here, and let me just at the same time, I'm going to come over here and just drop this into eBay at the same time. Okay. And just looking right off the bat, I'm always looking at, all right, which ones are selling, okay? So you can see, like right here is where the number of sold is, okay? I'm looking over here, 643 sold. Now, this is not a dog. Okay, here's a dog with 93 sold, right, at $39. Here's a programmable 2G wireless remote dog, which looks super cool right off the bat, for 634 sold for 43 bucks. Okay, so that very well could be something, and we could look through here and see what all it does. Okay, looks like a little remote with it. It's programmable, maybe some cool stuff. Okay, free shipping, 43 bucks. Okay, and let's see what we're finding over here on eBay. Okay, so here's let's get rid of those. Mini AI dog pet wireless interactive little puppet with magnet, blah blah blah, 60 bucks. So again, if we're looking at, okay, what's going to make us money, we need to add another $22 to this, so $65 is what our price is going to be. So 60 might be good. Okay, 80, this is pre-owned. So, and if we want to get rid of those pre-owned ones, we can always come over here to where it says new and change that. So we definitely are working with new at this point. $1,500, totally different type of dog. $211 with $50 shipping. 66 is sold. So this must be some pretty special dog of sort. Here's one that looks really cheap, probably not what we're looking for. Now here we go. Top race, remote controlled, voice controlled, dog dances, blah, blah, blah. 64 of sold, $12 in shipping. that might be something that would be perfect. It looks very similar. It's a little bit cooler because it's got sunglasses, but you get the point. It's got that same remote. So that might be something we can compete with. I'm just kind of looking at what else is here. Not a whole lot. I expected a lot more for something like this. Not a ton. All right, here's another Wowie chip robot. I don't know if that's a different brand or not. Walking robot, that might be something similar as well. But my point is, and you can see that a lot of these are 320 we can compete with, 109 we can compete with. That's really important. This is something I would say is definitely a plus. I would definitely look to list that one and see how it does. Okay, moving down, let's look at a few more things. So Nintendo, that's out because that is Vero. That is a brand name. Beats. Headphones, Beats, the same thing. Tennis skirts. Look how many people are competing in tennis skirts. 12,000, right? That's not something we want to do. Best security cams. Yeah, maybe. That might be one there. Gaming headphones. Yeah, maybe. Definitely a little bit of competition, but that might be an area to look at. Walmart. Okay, obviously that's not going to work. Disney is not going to work. Security cameras from home. Quite a few being sold on eBay, but it might be a place. We got a trailing Christmas toys 2018, unique gifts, fake flowers, maybe. That definitely could be something there. I've sold a lot of this kind of stuff. Gaming speakers, absolutely. So that's definitely one that you want to look at. Dogs for sale. We're not in the business of selling live animals. It's not going to work on eBay either. DS Nintendo. Okay, Nintendo's going to get flagged. Epson's going to get flagged. Bose is going to get flagged. Xbox is going to get flagged. Ring's going to get flagged. Cool Christmas gift for boys. Yeah, you're not going to find much along that lines. Okay, new Nintendo, again, same problem. Flea treatment for cats, maybe. So you're starting to get the idea of like tennis bracelets. That's going to have a lot of competition. Fossil is another brand name. Okay, here's something that's interesting. Bluetooth motorcycle speakers. Again, something that could potentially be a little bit more expensive. Okay, we like to sell a little bit more expensive things because we make more money. There's a higher profit margin off of that. Okay, Bluetooth motorcycle speakers. Okay, so let's look at both of those. Okay, I don't know much about Bluetooth motorcycle speakers, but obviously they're Bluetooth and they attach to your motorcycle. I guess it attaches to your handlebars. Okay, so there seems to be quite a few of these. 104, again, I'm looking at how many are selling, right? Because the selling one is the one that seems to be most important. Is it selling? If it's selling a lot, then it's probably something that we can resell pretty easily. Okay, here's 4 of them for 154 bucks. Here's another 4 for 147. So maybe we go the 4 route and see if there's any for sale 4 of them. Okay, here this seems to be a kind of a popular looking style. It's sort of shiny, 2162. So probably this 62 one seems to be selling some of the most, right? At 45 bucks. So let's see what we're seeing over on eBay. So all right, right away, $45, 109. That's good profit right there. 88, also good profit. 51, not so good. Okay, 42, obviously not going to work for us. 76, that's about 50% profit. 31, they look really cheap too. So do those. Those look really, really cheap. So do those. 72, this looks along the lines of what we're looking at. Okay, and that might actually be the exact same thing. Let's look here. Very, very similar. Okay, very, very similar. Now, if you notice, I'm not seeing any over here that are 4. Okay, here's one that's 4. Okay, Bluetooth motorcycle speakers, 4. For $84. Okay, and generally when you get to the bottom, you're pretty much at the limit of the amount of results that are going to make a difference. Okay, I'm not seeing many that are 4. Here's another 4 for 81. Okay, so in the 80s. And what was our 4 cost? I think this might have been too much, 146. Okay, but this one's got an amp to it as well. So something that's a little bit different is always going to be good. Okay, if something has an amp, that's something that's quite a bit different. We didn't see anything that looked like this. Okay, so that might be another one that could be good. Okay, here's 102. So at 88 and 81, which is what we saw over on eBay, it's probably not going to be competitive, but you don't know. Okay, and you could always do a little bit more searching to see. Here's one that's 99, but it's $45 shipping, so that's not going to help us at all. Okay, but I think you're starting to get the idea with this that you want to skip the Vero. We want to grab the ones that make sense, that perhaps are a little bit more expensive. Okay, and obviously you could just keep clicking through these results again and again and again. You could always come on and say what's come up in the last 3 days, 7 days. You can filter it that way. But go ahead and use this functionality. We find it to be extremely helpful for us, and we're always looking at this data ourselves from a perspective of, okay, what makes sense for what we're doing, what we are seeing in the data. So that's why I was saying at the beginning that it's usually going to change because we're always looking to improve things. So thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.